If you're building or preserving significant family wealth, there's probably a question that keeps you up at night. When should I tell my kids how much we actually have? And then there are the follow-up questions to that. How much do I tell them? How do I keep them grounded? How do I avoid raising a trust fund kid? These are real concerns. And the way you introduce wealth can shape your child's mindset for decades. So let's walk through this. When, how, and how much to share based on what we've seen work with entrepreneurial families. The biggest mistake we see is treating it like a one-time talk. It's not one big reveal. It's an ongoing, age-appropriate conversation that evolves as your child matures. When they're younger, it's simple things like, what is money? How do we save? How do we give? And how this all works. And as they get older, you can layer in more context, like how wealth is built, how investing works, how to make financial choices that align with our values. By the time they're adults, the conversation isn't shocking. It's familiar. And always frame money not as a tool, but as a privilege. Not something that makes you better, but something that actually increases your responsibility. One of the most powerful things you can do is share your journey with your kids. Tell them how your wealth was created, the late nights, the failures, all the risks you took, the vision that drove you. This will turn your success from not something that just happened, but something they can respect and learn from. You're not just handing them a balance sheet, but you're passing down a mindset. Also, get them involved early. Invite them into something small, age appropriate, like where to give as a family or how to save for something important. You're not just raising children, you're raising future stewards. So let them learn by doing. There's a big difference between talking about money and working with it. We've seen great success with families who set up small, manageable structures, like family LLCs, investment portfolios, or even practice businesses, so kids can learn ownership firsthand. Some ideas are letting them invest in something with you, letting them pitch you with ideas. Let them make mistakes while the stakes are still low. You want them to feel what it's like to make decisions, to learn from the outcomes, to understand the risk and reward dynamics. And yes, give them guardrails, but don't shelter them too much. Experience is the best teacher, especially when you're close by. So let's talk about the how much. We are big believers in milestone-based inheritance. That means tying access to maturity, not just birthdays. You might set up trusts that distribute on conditions. Conditions like meeting certain education requirements, launching a business, contributing meaningfully to philanthropy, and demonstrating basic financial literacy. The goal is not to control your kids, but to guide them, to give them a chance to earn what they're going to eventually manage. See, wealth shouldn't feel like a lottery ticket. It should feel like a responsibility or an opportunity. Introducing wealth to your children isn't just about numbers, but it's about narrative. It's the story you tell about what money means in your family. So whether you're just starting that conversation or you're rethinking how it's been handled so far, remember these. Make it age appropriate, make it honest, and make it purposeful. Because when kids grow up with clarity, context, and confidence, they don't just inherit wealth, they inherit wisdom. If you found this helpful, hit the subscribe button. We share real strategies to help entrepreneurial families build legacies beyond money. You've built the wealth. Now let's build the next generation to handle it well.